everybody. Welcome to the Blind Spot series. This is a show where we like to talk about classics. Sometimes we do cult classics. Sometimes we do actual classics. We do popular movies that we haven't seen, and it's so much fun. And this month, we are talking about a classic film. We're talking about Bell, Book, and Candle. And this stars Jimmy Stewart and Kim Novak. And I am film critic Rachel Wagner, and Monda's here.
Heyo, good to be
Ha-
back. One of
yeah,
my
how's it
favorite
going?
segments. Good, good. The sun's shining outside, so gonna get a bit of a tan after. So
Uh,
gotta
yeah,
keep
I
it
mean,
consistent.
you look tan. You look
Thanks.
you
My
been
backyard's my favorite place right now, so
nice. You been having a good summer then?
yeah, pretty good. Can't complain,
Yeah. I was
just
thinking about this. I was like, we probably could have planned it better to have this in no, we probably should have had this in October. It kind of has
maybe.
Halloween
Yeah.
vibes a little bit, but
Yeah.
oh well.
It's okay. It's okay. We love a supernatural
Yeah.
in July. Summerween, as we're calling it. There we
Yeah.
go.
But really, I mean, it is kind of appropriate because I didn't realize that this movie is basically a Christmas movie.
Right? I saw the snow.
Yeah.
I'm like, Rachel,
Yeah.
it's Christmas.
Yeah.
Like
There's
Christmas
trees.
in July.
There's
There we
Christmas
go.
trees.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Good
yeah,
word.
and it's I had no idea that it was a Christmas movie, and so it's Christmas in July. We're talking about
Yeah.
Bell Book and Candle.
There we go. We did
Yes,
it.
but it's brutally hot here in Utah.
I
Like
can
even to be
imagine.
outside for just like a few minutes, you're like sweating and feeling
Same.
lightheaded and need
Yeah.
fluids. Like it's brutal.
Yeah, it's the same here. Crazy stuff, honestly. The AC is my friend.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. So Bell Book and Candle, this was from 1958. And
Hmm.
what's interesting about this movie, a lot of things, is that it came out the same year as Vertigo, that also starred Jimmy Stewart and Kim Novak.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
one of my favorite Hitchcock's Vertigo. I loved
Yeah.
it. I thought it was so good.
Oh, have you never seen it?
No, no, I did watch it. It's one of
Oh,
my
okay.
favorites for sure.
Yeah.
That's why I was like, oh, when watching this one, their chemistry is very different
Yes.
in both
Yeah.
films.
Yeah. I mean,
So,
this one they kind of need the chemistry more than Vertigo because
mhm.
in Vertigo, she's supposed to be sort of there's supposed to be something kind of otherworldly almost about her, I think. Like
Yeah,
something and so they don't really like need the chemistry in the same way that they need it for this, which is basically a light rom-com.
yeah. But I kind of liked it better in Vertigo than in this
Oh,
one.
the chemistry
The
better?
chemistry, I kind
Mm.
of liked their vibe more so in Vertigo than I did here because I
Yeah.
felt it was kind of forced.
Okay. Yeah,
In a
yeah.
way, in the context of what the film is about. So it's a different chemistry, I guess.
So I was interested to watch this because I'd heard about it in kind of rom-com circles, Bell Book and Candle,
Hmm.
and I'd also heard about it because in the Hallmark show The Good Witch, Cassie's store is called Bell Book and Candle.
Cute.
Yeah,
Love that.
yeah, and so I I but I had just never gotten around to seeing it.
Hmm.
You know, which is it's always interesting. So this is based on a play, a Broadway play of the same name by John Van Druten.
Hmm.
And this was Jimmy Stewart's last romantic lead. Kind of interesting
Huh.
that he
Did not
did.
know that.
Most after this were things like westerns and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's his final role as a romantic lead, and it has Hermione Gingold and Elsa Lanchester in supporting roles, and Jack Lemmon in a supporting role. So
My
that was,
favorite.
yeah, that was interesting to see it.
Yeah.
And it's a modern day witch likes her neighbor but despises his fiance, so she enchants him to love her instead.
Classic. That
So
happened last Tuesday. No, I'm joking. I
so what did you think overall of the movie?
thought it was good. It's a cute
Yeah.
rom-com. There's nothing like I didn't feel connected to the characters. I thought it was just, a fun watch. They don't really go in depth with certain things. They keep it like surface, but like the supernatural elements are really cute. There's some really good shots in here too, which I'll get into afterwards. But I
Mhm.
thought Kim Novak was a lot of fun in this, more so than Jimmy Stewart, obviously because of his role in this.
Yeah.
There's not much for him to do, nowhere for him to go. But I loved Kim Novak. I really did. She was a lot of fun.
Mhm. Yeah, I mean, I agree. I give this a 3 out of 5 on
Same.
Letterboxd. I think it was entertaining. It was fun.
Hmm.
I said perfectly pleasant little rom,
Yeah.
but
It was
nothing,
cute.
nothing that I will, remember or look back on. This is kind of a one and done. I feel like
Yeah.
with this movie, but I do feel like this one could be remade quite easily. What do you think?
Oh, definitely. I think that like there's a possibility. They may like change the title
Mm-hmm.
because this feels very like
Well,
old
because if
Hollywood. So they may like say like based on this
yeah,
story
I
and
mean,
change
in
the
a way, I
title.
guess something like Practical Magic, the Nicole Kidman
Yeah,
uh and Sandra Bullock, like that has a lot of similar elements to
definitely
this,
does.
with
I
like
know.
the
Yeah,
the
no, I
legacy of
agree.
the witches and it that their love interests are being have sort of a curse on them, things like that. Like it's similar.
Yeah, very similar. I think that's why whenever you have like a supernatural like romance, that always like is a draw for me because obviously it's like you want to make the person you want fall in love with you. So those are like fun conventions that they can tie in and it's not like, a standard rom-com. So I think
Uh-huh.
that they can be more ambitious with the storyline, which they did. I thought there were like really cute moments too with Jack
Mhm.
Lemmon, which was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it
So
was
yeah.
interesting because at first he was so like understated. It was almost like he was an extra. And I was like, was that
Yeah.
was that Jeff Lemmon? Was that like
It's like he's just
was
sitting
he just
there.
like in the band? And I'm like,
Yeah. I
was
was like,
that
why are you why are you putting him there? I know.
I thought it was like a doppelganger or something at first. Maybe it wasn't Jack Lemmon. And then I
Yeah.
looked at it, I'm like, no, that was Jack Lemmon. And then he does actually have a role. But in the
Hmm.
beginning, it kind of threw me off a little bit. Like, why is
Which
he
is
just like
fair.
in the band?
It was cute. It was
Yeah.
fun.
So he's engaged. Jimmy Stewart's character is engaged to this woman
Hmm.
who is, and I think a pretty good character for that kind of archetype.
Hmm.
Like she is a little bit pushy and a little bit, but also like she feels pretty grounded, like for the obvious wrong woman,
Yeah.
of like
Yeah.
I could picture this person existing.
I think what made me laugh was like the band like behind her with the
Yeah,
trumpets and everything. I was
just getting
dying. I was like, oh
louder
my
and
God, this
louder and
poor girl.
louder.
It was so funny.
Yeah.
I liked those moments. They're very playful, and I think they timed it pretty well in certain moments throughout the film. So there wasn't that kind of like I feel like
Yeah.
sometimes with rom-coms there's like dead air and they don't know what to do next and like which direction to go in. But like with the
Yeah.
supernatural elements, you can kind of pick up some different things with Kim Novak leading the charge. So I
Yeah.
thought that was
Well,
nice.
there's like the supernatural elements, but also like some more grounded elements. Like for
Hmm.
instance, so she knows because they have this bad blood between the two of them,
Yeah.
the fiance and Jillian, I think is her
Hmm.
name. And
Yeah.
they have bad blood from high school. And so she knows that Merle, the fiance, that she hates the song, or that she knows that she's like scared of thunderstorms. And so she has the band play Stormy Weather very loud, and it makes her more and more upset. Like that's kind of funny,
Yeah, those are cute
you
moments.
know.
I
That's kind
like
of
that.
funny. Scheming between them.
Are you a fan of Rachel's reviews? Do you look forward to Family Movie Night, Female Film Critics panels, or the Talking Disney podcast? If so, please consider supporting the podcast by becoming a Patreon. As a patron, you get to access monthly events such as the watch-alongs and Q&As, where you get to talk to stars and find out the behind the scenes of the movie making industry. And you can pick what I review for Family Movie Night or even become a guest on the podcast. Podcasts and YouTube channels are expensive, and I really, really could use your help. I would so appreciate it. You also get to be a member of the Facebook group where we talk about all the films that we're seeing, and we have so much fun. Go to patreon.com/hallmarkies and select one of the Rachel's fan tiers. That's patreon.com/hallmarkies.
What happens is they make this like spell, this potion basically,
Mm.
and he's gonna be getting married to this woman, and she gives a spell that he'll be in love with her instead of with the at first he comes in and finds her in his apartment,
Yeah.
which is kind of funny. She's
Yeah.
trying to figure out who is this guy, what's going on. She's looking through his mail, she's trying to see what's going on. and and so that's a funny meet cute of like, why are
Yeah.
you in my apartment?
I don't think that would fly now.
No, you probably could do that now.
Really, no, you can't do it. There's cameras and everything. There's absolutely no way that that would fly now.
Yeah. I liked the moment between her and Jack Lemmon because Jack Lemmon is like a wizard leader, witch, warlock, whatever,
Yeah, he's a
leader.
warlock. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, the leader. And he says, don't you wish we weren't what we are and that you could just enjoy Christmas Eve? I thought that was it.
Yeah.
Like, I think you could do a lot with, if you did a remake of this, you could do a
Hmm.
lot with it now with, you could kind of queer, you could make it sort of a queer story or something
Yeah.
like that. Like, I think that line, don't, who can't relate to sort of feel like you wish that you weren't the way that you are and you could
Yeah, you
just,
can kind of like layer it
yeah, yeah, yeah.
differently now. Yeah, they wouldn't have done that back then, but I think that now I love that idea actually,
Hmm.
because
Yeah.
that make an impact for sure.
Mhm. And so then we have, so he's like excited to get married, but then she gives him the potion.
Hmm.
And I thought it was fun that so when they kiss, her cat is always like watching, and it
I love it.
was funny.
When there was that one shot where like she was like on top of the cat, like they framed her with like the ears pointing out like right
Yeah.
underneath, like she's resting on top, and both
Mhm.
of their eyes were like trying to lock in with Jimmy. I loved that so much because
Yeah.
she's like trying to channel it, like just all that energy and throw it at him. I loved it. I thought that was
Yeah.
so good.
In that sense, the cinematography is a little bit similar with Vertigo because there's a
It is. I
lot of
noticed that.
those uh those singular shots. I'm sorry, I'm not
Yeah.
fancy about talking about cinematography, but just those shots of Kim Novak in
Yeah.
Vertigo
The
that are
close-ups
kind
are
of, yeah,
awesome.
they're close-ups. And
Yeah.
this was the cinematographer James Wong Ho is his name. Well, that's interesting. He won a cat. He was an
He
Oscar
did.
winner,
I just saw
1950.
that.
Let's see here. Howe earned 10 nominations for Best Cinematography, winning twice for The
Wow.
Rose Tattoo and once more for HUD. Received Oscar nominations for Algiers, Abe Lincoln in Illinois, Kings Row, The North Star, Air Force, Old Man in the Sea, Seconds, and Funny Lady.
Wow.
Wow, so he's a legend. Look at this.
You can tell.
Uh,
That's awesome.
huh,
Yeah, he is a lot. Good for
yeah,
him.
yeah, that's
Well,
really interesting.
yeah,
Yeah, I love learning about people that, it's kind of sad
yeah.
that I was having a whole conversation with somebody the other day about like they were posting about The Dark Knight. The Dark Knight is a great movie. everybody agrees. Okay. But sometimes it's just like, can we talk about something else? Like, hasn't it been talked
It's
about
almost
to death? Is there anything else to say? Like,
for me with The Dark Knight, and I always say this, like that movie wouldn't have worked without Heath Ledger. Like if you remove Heath Ledger from that movie,
yeah, yeah.
there's really nothing that Christian Bale actually does as Batman in that film. Like it's not memorable because of Christian Bale at
No,
all.
well, no,
So,
that's absolutely correct. I mean, you could make an argument that the Harvey Dent arc. I have some issues with the Harvey Dent arc and how it's
mhm.
executed, but I can understand why people might throw that out there. It's very
Yeah.
well made. It's a very good movie, but just
Yeah.
sometimes doesn't it seem like we talk about the same like
Constant.
15 to 20 movies, and it's like that's why I like doing this blind spot. It's like
Yeah.
let's look back and let's talk about these
Same.
people that were amazing. This guy won 2 Oscars. I never heard of him.
Yeah.
Let's
See,
talk about it, you know?
what we uncover, I love that so much. No,
Yeah.
that's why I love doing this too, because sometimes you watch them and they're like, wow, this is actually like an underrated gem that I've never even heard of.
Yeah.
And then that
Yeah.
leads you to other filmmakers that are unknown, which like is unfortunate.
Yeah, yeah. Absolutely. And so then you have like the interesting dynamic going on here of she is he doesn't have agency, right? And I
Hmm.
do think that even back then, I don't think that you could do the same plot with if it was the man putting the spell on the woman. Um,
Can't
and
do it.
it's not that you shouldn't have male characters with agency, but I just if you had I just think that it's would be more problematic. But in this movie's defense,
Hmm.
she's called out on it and he's upset with her and it's a
Yeah.
problem. And it's not like he just as soon as he finds out that he's been under the spell, it's just like, okay, well, let's get married. Like it's an issue and then they deal with it and everything like that.
Hmm.
And you've been engaging in un-American activities.
I died with that line. That was
Yes,
so funny.
American, early American.
It was so funny,
um,
but it's
and
true.
that I so I don't know. It's interesting. Like, so there's this. Have you seen this movie? That Oh Hi. Um,
I'm gonna ask to watch it. It's just sitting in my inbox right now, so I have to watch it. That one I'm really excited given what
uh,
people are talking about. So,
well, I don't want to prejudice you towards it. It wasn't for me. But
got it.
um, I do think that it is an example of in a modern context
Mm,
doing something like a somewhat similar dynamic of trying to make a romantic comedy where
yeah.
the female is controlling the man, in that case
Okay.
literally handcuffing him to the bed.
Ah,
And it really didn't work for me. And I just thought you could never in a million years you could never have it be reversed and it be a comedy. You could certainly have it be like Misery, and it be
yeah,
like
or
a,
like
a
Gerald's Game
horror.
type
Yeah,
of,
like a
yeah,
horror. You could
yeah.
never try to have it be like a rom-com. It's just you just couldn't. Um and and this I think at least like tries to kind of deal with that it's like somewhat problematic that she did this to him.
Interesting. I
You
do
know
want
what
to
I'm
check it
saying?
out. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And a lot of people are really enjoying it, so you might.
Mhm.
But it was not for me. But this I think handles that dynamic better. It's a tricky. I'm trying to say is it's a tricky dynamic.
I think when it comes to like love spells and love potions and all of that, like people can find issues with it. It's just the way that it's handled and if it's even
Yeah,
addressed within the film, like it's technically a gimmick realistically. So I
yeah,
think that it is just like you said, you have to handle it with care because that can be like misinterpreted
yeah.
1000% if it's even switched in the male perspective as well. So it's interesting that, as you said, it's always the woman being in control of the spells with witchcraft versus like a
Yeah.
man taking over. So I don't know if they were to ever flip it. I don't know how that would take for general
Yeah.
audiences, but like it's always misinterpreted in that way.
So they have an interesting element of this movie is that witches can't cry. So that's the thing here, which I think is kind of also an interesting layer to the character that so you have this woman in the 1950s who is not only controlling a man but also can't cry,
Yeah, it's
you
interesting.
know. And
The
so
emotions are like more so corrected, I
yeah.
guess, if that's the word to use.
And in fairness to her, like at the beginning, she is more just trying to get back at Merle than
Hmm.
she is necessarily in love with him.
It's true.
She doesn't like him, but then that kiss must have been pretty good because she got pretty excited.
She was like, "Oh my God, I'm kissing him."
And
I know. It's
Hey, this is Jen Johans, host of the podcast Watch with Jen, which delivers a steady stream of great movie recommendations, thoughtful career deep dives, and first rate conversations with film critics, authors, actors, journalists, filmmakers, and more. You can find Watch with Jen wherever you get your podcasts or hear us first at our Patreon at patreon.com/filmintuition.
and he tells Merle, he says, I just don't want to marry you anymore. I just don't want to marry anyone anymore. And then Jillian feels torn when he then proposes to her. And
Mhm.
because what we don't know is that witches lose their magic if they fall in love.
Yeah, that's
So
interesting too.
yeah.
So
uh,
it's like that's
and
like it's like their individuality is stripped away,
yeah,
which is like that's what makes them unique, right?
yeah. So then you have this debate between Jillian and Jack Lemmon's character,
Hmm.
uh, and then about should they expose their magic, should they keep it a secret, and is she gonna renounce? Is she give up her magic? Is she gonna give up? And there was a long scene where she stares at that cat. Like
I know.
I was just like, wow, that was long.
She's like, we're really thinking here. We're really thinking. Just that extra beat. That was funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, this movie I do think would have been better if it was a Hallmark movie length. I think it's just like I think a hair too long.
There was a
If it was
section.
80, 90 minutes, I think that would
Yeah,
have been the sweet spot, and it's an hour 46.
it
So
dragged.
I think you cut out about 20 minutes and I think it's a little better.
I agree with that 100%. I think like it picked up in the middle for me. Like I loved the back and forth with them and like, just all the drama that happened and
Yeah.
just seeing the witchcraft was a lot of fun. But then I feel like they didn't know when to end it
Yeah.
or even how. So I think
Yeah.
that was the situation towards the end.
Yeah, and we probably didn't need like all the scenes in the club, and we probably didn't need
Yeah.
all of that. And I bet it's hard because you're taking your play, which is probably, I'm guessing, 2.5, something hours. So you're
Yeah.
already cutting it down by like a third. And it's got to be tough to be like, lose this scene, lose this scene, lose this.
It's
But I do
hard.
think another 20 minutes, that's exactly what you want.
Totally
And
agree.
so after she stares at the cat, she finally tells him about the hex. And you've been engaging in un-American activities. Yes,
So
American, early American.
early American. That's so
Uh,
funny.
and and he doesn't really believe her. And
Yeah.
she says that if you don't believe, you don't. I've tried my very best to explain, to tell.
Mm,
And so he refuses to believe, but then he runs into Queenie, who's one
mm.
of the uh other witches, and she basically says nope, she was telling the truth. And
Yeah.
And she says that she wasn't doing it to try to control you. She was just doing it because she hated Merle, the fiance. That's it.
Yeah.
And there's this other witch, Bianca de Paz, a very powerful witch who brews a potion for him to drink, breaking Jillian's spell over him. So
Tisk.
yeah, there's all this.
Just that one secondary character had to come in and be like, I'm gonna ruin your
Yeah, I
plan.
know she's only in it for a few minutes. Who's
So funny.
I forget who that is. Bianca.
Hermione.
Oh,
Gang?
that's Hermione.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and then Queenie is Elsa Lancaster. She was fun. I liked her.
She was very good. I liked her too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so then she says, I've had my fill of this bell, book, and candles thing. And then he gives her a broom, which is like that's kind of his way, like a sick burn. Here, you want to have this broom? You're a witch.
That timing too is just, it's funny. It's spot on, right?
Yeah. And so now that she has given up being a witch, now the cat doesn't like her, and but she can cry.
So she switches it for love. Yeah.
It's proof she's actually fallen in love.
Yeah.
Because now she's crying. And so he's just unhappy, miserable.
Yeah.
And that's when the cat comes in and is our little busybody matchmaker cat.
Naturally, as cats do. And like Salem from Sabrina the Teenage Witch is the exact same like vibe.
Yeah. And so he brings her back the cat, and the cat doesn't recognize her abilities anymore. And she's crying. And it can only happen if you fall in love. I can only cry if you fall in love. And it's been happening a lot to me.
It's cute though. I love
They're
that.
both crying.
Cute. It's so cute.
It is cute. It's a cute movie.
Yeah, it's cute movie.
It's somewhat forgettable, but it's like perfectly cute. And sometimes you just want to watch something pleasant little nice rom-com.
Yeah, not intense, just like it's a vibe.
Yeah, that's right.
With emotions.
Yeah, let's see. This director, I'm looking here, see if what he did. This looks like television, but he directed Catch 22. He did a lot of television, so that's interesting. Paris When It Sizzles. Sounds like he did quite a bit of rom-coms.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool. So that is the Bell, Book, and Candle. So if you were going to give it what would you give it on your Letterboxd?
I give it a 3 out of 5 as well. I was around the same. I wasn't blown away by it. I just thought it was, it was an adorable little film that I'm happy I watched, considering like Kim Novak and Jimmy Stewart. So
yeah. And I mean, I'd say that Vertigo, it's just more memorable. It's more unique.
100%.
There's rarely been a movie like it, but it is interesting that those two came out the same year with the same people.
I think they were trying to I guess market them as the stars that they were. So they're like, let's release in the same order, especially because it's both of them, right? And that's what they used to do too with the studio system. It's like, let's maximize their stardom, their star power, and see where it goes. So
yeah. And this movie was nominated for 2 Oscars, for art direction and for costume design.
Oh, nice. Yeah, that makes sense. That tracks.
I can see that.
Love that.
Art direction, set decoration. It was nominated. What was Vertigo nominated? Alfred Hitchcock never won a competitive Oscar.
I know. Which is
outrageous.
Crazy in hindsight.
Outrageous.
Considering he made staples in the film industry. This is historical work from him. So it's interesting.
Yeah. And it's sad too, because actually I just was watching a video about it, because every time that he was up for an Oscar, there was always a banger movie that he was up against. You're like, oh,
It happens.
sucks. Like, I get it, but it's
If you go back, you're like, wow, no, like, this was a hard year, so I get
Yeah.
it. Like, it just sucks when that happens. It always happens.
yeah.
We'd like to take a second and thank our sponsor for this episode of the podcast. It's the Hallmarkies merch store.
Are you looking for that perfect gift for the postable, hardy, or Hallmarky in your life?
What about getting that t-shirt or hoodie that will help you stand out at your next holiday party?
Now is the time to check out the Hallmarkies merch store.
Full of festive designs by artists like Jessica Miller, Carrie from Hallmark Comics, and more.
You can even have more than just shirts, but totes, cell phone cases, notebooks, mugs, and more.
And it isn't just Hallmark. We have designs for Anna Green Gables, Man from Snowy River, The Nanny, and more.
Every purchase at the merch store goes to help support the podcast and allows us to make the great content you know and love.
There are frequent sales, so go to tpublic.com/stores/Hallmarkies or see the link in the description.
That's tpublic.com/stores/Hallmarkies.
I forget which movie it was that was up against The Apartment, but I'm like, The Apartment is an all-timer.
Oh, yeah.
So and Billy
Absolutely.
Wilder won 4 Oscars, I think, and I think several of them were in competition with Alfred Hitchcock. And you're just
I
like,
adore Billy Wilder. He's one of my
yeah,
favorites.
so
My God.
good.
He's
So
fantastic.
anyway, but yeah, Vertigo is really, really good. I think that it manages to build the clues quite well of kind of what is happening, and then the big reveal of
It's
like what's
fantastic.
going on is very effective.
Mhm.
It's and you can definitely see how it was so influential on so many other filmmakers,
Absolutely.
especially like a Shyamalan, even a Spielberg.
With the
you know,
twist, yeah.
yeah.
It's true. I prefer Vertigo to Rear Window. Like, I love the
Oh, interesting.
filmmaking in Rear Window, but I do feel like it's a bit, because it's a location and you're just
Yeah.
stuck there, kind of that it takes a while for me to get into it. But like Vertigo, I was just locked in with everything that was being like done and the way it unfolded. I know it's controversial. My opinion with Hitchcock is very controversial.
Ah,
Literally,
no,
like
I
all the
mean,
time
it's valid. That's a tough one.
between the two of
They're
them.
quite different.
Hmm.
I mean, I probably would put Vertigo over Rear Window, but they're both great.
They're both great. Like
Yeah.
I've been trying to get through Hitchcock because I have so many blind spots with him as well. I watched Strangers on a Train, I believe, earlier. I
Oh,
love that. I really enjoyed Strangers on a Train. Like, I really liked it. So I'm going through his stuff now.
okay. So it was Psycho that was up against The Apartment. Oh, that is a tough.
So don't
Is a
look at my
battle.
letterboxed for Psycho. Just
Oh,
don't look at it.
okay.
Everyone will be happy. I'm not going to disclose what that is either, but let's just say
Yeah.
The Apartment should have won. That's it. Sorry, but it's true.
Well, I mean, Psycho was such a game changer. You do kind of have to look at it a little bit in context of kind of what it did, in the way it was filmed, the type of violence that it had, the type of blood that it had, things like that. But anyway, yeah, it's interesting. I what would be my I mean, I love Shadow of a Doubt. That's one of my favorite from Hitchcock. Ooh, you haven't seen it? Maybe we'll have to do that for a blind spot. It's really good.
I'm down.
It's about a girl, she has her like favorite uncle who comes to visit, and there's all these murders that keep happening. These women who are killed with to get their jewels and their other things. I think it's the jewelry murder or whatever. Anyway, and he comes for a visit because he doesn't live there. He comes for a visit. She's super excited. And as he's visiting, she starts to realize, oh my gosh, my uncle is the jewelry murderer. My uncle's.
Ooh, that's cool. That's actually really good.
It's really
I like
good.
that.
Yeah,
I like
yeah.
that. I
really
think
good. Joseph Cotton, he's the uncle, and really good. And so that one's great. I also love Notorious.
Haven't seen it.
And Notorious is one of the most romantic thrillers I think ever made.
Interesting.
The chemistry between Cary Grant and Ingrid Bergman is
Ooh,
unbelievable.
that's
And
good casting.
so she plays the daughter of a notorious German uh German
Mhm.
leader guy. And so she basically makes a deal with the US government that she will act as a double agent, but the only way that she can do that is she has to infiltrate her way into one of the her father's friends, and she ends up
Ooh.
actually marrying him, and the whole
Ooh.
time she's a double agent. And Cary Grant is basically like her what do you call it, um caseworker, whatever,
Mhm.
to the so and they fall in love, and so he has to watch her be with this, this
That sounds
man,
awesome.
and then the man starts to have suspicions, and there starts to be little clues, and then and so Cary Grant's kind of watching that and what is
Mhm.
happening, and anyway, it's really
Yeah.
good.
No,
It's a great it's a
I'm on
great
board.
movie, and
I have to go through them.
it has one of cinema's greatest kissing scenes ever.
Oh,
It's
I have to
really
watch it
good.
now.
Yeah. So that's, yeah, notorious. But anyway, we could do, and we probably should we do a
Down.
whole Hitchcock episode because he was incredible, and Vertigo
That.
is great. And he did tend to work with the same actors repeatedly.
True. That is true.
He first worked with Cary Grant a number of times. He worked with Jimmy Stewart, Vertigo, Rear Window, Rope. Uh,
Rope.
he did Anatomy. Oh, that wasn't him. The oh, what was it called? The the Man Who Knew Too Much. He did
That I
that.
have to watch too. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. See, so many blind spots, so little time, my friend.
Yeah, I know.
It's hard.
And of course he worked with Cary Grant a bunch of times. He worked with Grace Kelly. He worked with just he had his favorites. So it's
Yeah.
worth watching Vertigo and then watching this and just think about sort of a different era of filmmaking, and
Yeah.
when the stars would be in movies so diverse, which you just don't get anymore. It's not a thing. And
I feel like filmmakers also played around more. They were more experimental with
yeah,
any film that they were making, regardless of
yeah, that's
genre.
true.
So like that's why I love watching like Scorsese's work in the 70s, like in the 80s. It's so different than what everyone's making now.
Yeah,
Even
you're
De
right. That's a
Palma,
good
it's like
point.
they just have fun with whatever they're
Or
doing.
even
Like,
Spielberg making musicals, making kids movies, then making
yeah.
Schindler's List or Munich, or that there is quite a bit of variety. You have somebody like an Ong Lee. Oh my gosh, like that man,
Yeah.
like
They
every
just
Brokeback Mountain to
they
Life of
wanted
Pi,
yeah.
like such
They just
variety,
wanted to
sense and
tell the story.
sensibility.
All over
And
the place. Like
yeah,
look at what you just
unbelievable.
listed. It's
Yeah.
crazy. It's like they knew what they wanted to do. They didn't care. They were passionate about the project at hand, and they're like, I'm
Mhm.
just gonna make the best movie that I can with this and have like fun and like what I
Yeah.
envision. It's so different now. So
It's
different.
true. Like you don't, I feel like a lot of times now, because these directors will get, for lack of a better word, kind of stuck in these franchises. And then
Boxes, yeah.
they have a hard time getting out of it. And
Hmm.
that they are like,
So do
oh
actors. Actors
yeah,
are the
that's
same.
true.
Once they're
You're right.
typecast as a superhero, it's like, well,
Yeah. I mean,
that's
look at like
it.
Elizabeth Olsen. Like she's such an interesting actor,
Hmm.
and she has been in kind of Marvel world for a long time.
It
With
feels like a long time,
Yeah, a
but it's just
long
because there's
time.
so much space between projects.
Yeah.
That's
I
why
mean,
it's like,
not every, you got to admire somebody like Benedict Cumberbatch who has done the Marvel thing, but he is
mm,
still, just I don't know how he does so many projects, but he's been in so many
yeah,
movies and shows.
he has. He's killing it.
Yeah.
He's really good too. Yeah.
That manages to fit so many projects in, because it definitely helps them not feel like they've been in
Boxed
that
in.
bubble, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
it's really
true.
true. That's a good point. Because
Yeah.
I mean, Chris Evans has done it a little bit, with the Knives Out, with, but most
He's
of his
back on track with Materialist though. Like this, or like
he
he has
was charming
another
in
one.
it. He was charming in
He's
it,
very charming.
even though I didn't like it. Yeah,
He went
he
back to basics, and now like
he was good in it.
he has
Yeah.
another one coming to TIFF. He has another one coming to TIFF. He's doing the festival circuit this year. I forgot the name of it now. It's gonna bother
Oh,
me.
really?
But he's back in that playing field, and
Yeah.
I'm happy. Like I want him to go into that direction because he's actually like really good when there's very good material being handed to him. Like
Mhm.
he does it, right? So
Yeah, I mean, I wonder if part of the problem is that then we kind of we start as an audience start to see that actor as that character. So then when they do something more edgy or more, thing like
yeah.
somebody somebody
Ryan
like
Reynolds is a prime example, to be honest.
yeah, or somebody like a Mark Hamill like him because he was such the hero, can he really play the can he really play like a murderer? Like is that,
Yeah.
do we sort of typecast actors and they have to work to kind of get out of that? I don't
They
know. That
have
would be
to. I can't.
challenging.
Well, like for me, when I watched Ryan Reynolds in If, I was like, I just hear Deadpool. Like I just hear Deadpool. Like I don't think he'll ever
Yeah.
be able to like, because he loves it so much, and we love like that he loves it so much, but like we can't unhear him as that. Like even being Detective Pikachu, like in being Pikachu and Detective Pikachu, it's like, maybe you can't do voice acting either now because it's like it's in our brains that he's Deadpool. So it's hard
No,
because
it's
he just
true.
acts like him all the time. No offense to Reynolds, I love him to death. It's just that's what it
Yeah,
is now.
it's true. Well, our next month for August, we are having a David Fincher themed month. So that's going to be fun. We
Yeah.
are going to be talking about two of his movies. I have not seen either of them. You have not seen one of them. So
Yep.
we're going to be talking about Panic Room and Fight
Yes.
Club.
Yeah. Hell yeah. I'm so excited.
Yes. So that should be fun for August.
Yeah.
Like I said, I have not seen either of these. Of course, I've heard about it, of course. And if
I cannot wait for your reaction to Fight Club. It's like it's heavy. It's so trippy and heavy, and I don't know how you're gonna take to it. I feel like Panic Room is much more tame than Fight Club.
yeah. So
So
if you haven't seen Panic Room though.
I haven't seen Panic Room. My best
Okay.
friend loves Panic Room. So she's like, you have to tell me when you're going to watch it for the blind spot because I'm gonna watch it with you.
Oh,
I'm like,
fun.
okay. So we're probably gonna do that, but she loves it. And it's from what I've read and I've seen like the trailer and stuff like that, it's much more tame than Fight Club.
Okay,
Like
very good.
it's yeah.
Well, let us know what you think about Book and Candle or Vertigo or any of the things that we talked about.
Yeah.
This is just like a light, fluffy movie, so there's really not like
Hmm.
a ton to dissect about this one. That's why we
Yeah.
went on some tangents, but that's part of the fun.
Yeah.
But let us know what you think of it and what you think of all the things we talked about. And Manda, where can people find you?
You guys can always follow me over at AMX ND Reviews on Twitter and Letterboxd. You can check out my Instagram at Amanda Guaraji, and you can check out my website, candidxcinema.com.
Great. And you can find me at Rachel's Reviews, all of our social media, iTunes, YouTube, and on Rotten Tomatoes. And right now, I am guest hosting on KSL, the movie show, on Fridays. So you definitely want to check that out. And you can listen to the episodes on their website. You can check out KSL. And I have been posting them on this channel as well. But I would really appreciate any support there, especially on their Facebook page, KSL Movie Show. If you just let them know, hey, we really like Rachel, and being on the show, that would mean so much to me. So please check that out and do that. And
Mm-hmm.
I would really appreciate it. Make sure you check out our playlist with all of our blind spot episodes. You can also check out on my website. I have over 100 blind spot reviews. Before we started doing the podcast, I had been doing it for
Love it.
years. And so you definitely want to take a look at that. And if you are listening on iTunes, please leave your ratings and reviews. We really appreciate that. And if you are watching on YouTube, please give the video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. We appreciate that so much. We also have our Patreon group, which is the biggest way you can support everything that we're doing. And we have monthly watch alongs and Q&As with talent. It's a lot of fun. I try to make it really worth your while. We have bonus episodes. We have early episodes. I just try everything I can think of. You can even pick what I review. So please check out the Patreon and then the merch store. Got tons of fun Christmas and Halloween and holiday and everything film inspired designs. Take a look at that. And thanks so much, everybody. We'll talk to you later. Bye.